This is post-filming Noah here. I'm in the process of editing right now, and I just wanted to kind of put a quick disclaimer out here. I filmed a lot of this episode on my phone, not realizing that the phone video was in a different color space than my rest of my footage. Just slipped my mind, never thought of it. So I did my best to try to color correct everything to look similar. So just wanted to throw it out there. A lot of the clips are going to look a little off when it comes to color. Some might be more saturated. Some look really contrasty. Bear with me. I'm still learning how to color grade in DaVinci, and it's a little overwhelming. And with school and everything else going on, not a lot of time to practice with it. So I just wanted to throw that out there. Thank you so much for watching this episode, and let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so we should have audio now. Alright, welcome back to episode 7. We're starting this episode in Columbus, Ohio at 8:16 p.m. Megan and her best friend are going to the Childish Gambino concert up here. I agreed to drive them so they didn't have to pay for parking and whatnot. So instead of driving 2 hours back home and then 2 hours back up and then 2 hours back home again, I decided that this could be a great opportunity to get some work done. But my plan kind of fell through. My plan was to sneak in or just walk into the Ohio University library, posing as a student, and just sit down and start doing some work. But I don't think I'm going to be able to find any parking there. We're going to go check. I'm going to go over to the library and see if I can find any parking, but I just really don't think there's going to be a prime opportunity. So we might just be doing resume work in the car, and we'll talk about a little bit about why I'm even doing that now. So let's get to it. Excuse me. Do you know if there's any public parking for the library? So a very nice soccer player man who just got out of practice told me where to go to find the library. And apparently I have some walking to do. So, I mean, I got 3 hours to kill, most likely. So we'll figure it out. So I'm starting my walk. Low-key, the view right here is kind of cool. There's these big ass red buildings. I'm assuming they're dorms. Something else I just thought of while walking. You know, I never really got the whole go away for college experience. Like, I tried that, it wasn't for me. And then, you know, I tried computer science for college. Again, wasn't for me, but I never really had the whole walk across campus experience, and it's really cool out tonight. Like, there's a nice breeze blowing. I could do this. I could get used to this.
Yeah. Please leave your workout fund room immediately. If they connected.
Whole campus just shut down. So the entirety of the campus is now shut down. I guess they were having like a big back to school thing because there were a shit ton of people on campus. But I finished my 13-minute walk, got to the library. It's also kind of humid now, so it's like I'm sweating. To find out that through the 1st to the 19th of August, the library is closed. Library's closed. Library's closed. That's kind of a cool shot though. I really like the red. So yeah, I'm now making a trek back in the middle of the dark to my car, where I guess we'll be working from there. So I guess the lesson to learn from all of this is always make sure you look stuff up online first before you do a walk to a building that may or may not be open. I got a walk in though. I feel good. Got a little sweat. So I guess here we are. That's a little brighter. It's really orange.
really, really orange. So now basically what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna chill here for the next 2.5 hours. Brought the laptop, threw some new stickers on there today. Got some stuff, put some stickers on that I got from Render. So that's kind of cool. Got the Render one, the GitHub, Dancing Goats, which is a coffee joint. Taylor and I went to the Render, JS, Netlify, which is where I watch all my sites. And then I want to say this is React. I could be completely wrong about that. Let's get to work. All right, we're awful yellow here. I didn't actually get finished with the resume, but Megan's phone is on 16%, and I need to go get her, or at least be close when they're done. So, gotta pack this whole thing up, and we'll be filming more tomorrow and update a little bit more on the resume process. All right, so it has been 2 days since oh, there's a 1963 Porsche right there. Look at that. Damn, that's a nice Porsche. My uncle had one of those. So it's been a couple of days since filming last. Couple of really big developments. As usual, every time I take a couple of days of not filming, huge developments happen. Currently, right now, I'm on my way to Greenwood, Indiana to pick up a camera that I saw on Facebook Marketplace. Guy had listed it like 6 hours ago. I messaged him and said, hey man, if I come get this camera today, or I was like, hey, is it still available? He's like, yeah, there's people looking at it. And I was like, I will come get it in like 6 hours today. And he's like, sure. I was like, cool. I was like, will you take like PayPal or something? He's like, yeah. I was like, all right, cool. So going to get a camera right now. So that means we'll have 2 for the vlog. That'll be nice. And then when we get back, a very, very, very big story time. Just got out of class, by the way. Class went great. It's 301. Class went great. We started working on JavaScript promises, which I'm not gonna lie, my brain is not understanding. The syntax it's not any different than doing like math.floor.random or something like that. Like I had to do that for the personal assessment project to like assign a random house to a student. So it's like that's the same. So you call it the same way with like dot notation, but it's still racking my brain. I'm not 100% understanding it, but we'll go over that more on the bootcamp breakdown, which did not air yesterday. Today is Saturday. Did not air yesterday for a good reason, very good reason that we will talk about here in a little bit. And my camera has 19% left. So, all right. So we just made it back from the pickup, and we got old boy right here. So this is gonna be our new content creation camera. You can't really see me. Let me change the camera angle real quick. That's a little bit better. So this is the new boy right here. It is the Sony Alpha, this is Alpha, right? Yeah, Sony Alpha Nex 3N. So we'll flip her on. It's got the cool little, I actually really like this lens. It's really compact. It's a 16 to 50, 3.5 to 5.6. So that's the same focal length of this lens, which you are looking at me at 3.5 right now. And then if I zoom all the way in, you're looking at me at 5.6. So yeah, same focal length, but it has a digital zoom, I think, or like the lens is like, hang on. It's like you can zoom in. How do you zoom out? How do you zoom out? What does this do? And then it's got like a straight up like flip out camera. Whoa, why did we just zoom so much? Oh, okay. Yeah, so like, I mean, that's a decent little, you know what I mean? Can you focus? Can you focus, please? There we go. I guess decent little lens. And you just flip it back off. Boom, Bob's your uncle. I need to play around with it a little bit more. Yeah, so you're probably sitting here thinking like, Noah, why did you go buy like a whole new camera? By the way, I got it for a steal. It's basically brand new, just an open box. 250 bucks. I saw a used one on Amazon for 374 or 378 or something like that, so it's not a bad deal. It's a nice little content creation camera. The only thing I don't like about it right off the bat is I love the flip out screen. That's really cool. Nice little vlog camera, right? Your phone would probably still do better at this point. But you will get that like kind of focal look that I like, especially with the Sigma lens, which is what I'm gonna throw on there. The only thing I don't like about it is it doesn't have an audio port that I'm seeing, so that means you're probably relying on built-in audio, unless you want to do post synchronization, which I personally hate doing. But we got an HDMI port. Can you see that? Can you see that? A little HDMI port and a multi-port. It's gonna be our new content creation camera on the new setup. And what I mean by new setup is you're probably sitting here thinking like, Noah, didn't you just, weren't you? Oh, you're probably just like, Noah, didn't you just get like this setup back here? And you'd be right, I did just get that setup back there. But this setup is getting translated to the big desk over here with the audio interface, the lights, and now this camera, which is what we're doing today. Well, tonight, I guess, because it's technically 8 o'clock right now. So basically what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be taking the gaming streaming setup that hasn't been used much anymore just because of school, work. Haven't really had time to play games, but I've been really enjoying content creation. I've been really enjoying coding. So I kind of want to make that my new space. You know what I mean? Like I kind of want to take the focus of the setup, which was before gaming, and now turn that into content creation. Because I have a 4-channel audio mixer that can record internal audio, do sound bites, all the good stuff. And now I have a camera that can be a webcam and actually give me good quality video compared to the Razer camera that I have. And that way I want to take this one, unplug it, plug it back in, put it back on the arm, and then pick it. It's nice to have, and it's affordable. So, but yeah, so that's what we're gonna go ahead and do right now. And then I have a very, very, very big surprise for the end of the episode. So stay tuned for that. We got John Boy here with a brand new car. He's gonna give us a tour.
With a nice trunk space, packed up for a work trip. Ignore that, don't worry about it. Beautiful.
Government agency stuff.
Government agent stuff, confidential. Car's auto on, unlocks when you walk up to it. Got the Owala in there.
So we found a major flaw in John's new car.
It's treacherous.
The back seats are only heated seats. They're not ventilated like the front. So I think you got to take it back. Honestly,
Yeah, I got to take it back. You know, I can't treat my passengers like that.
Yeah. This is 2024, dude.
It's really horrible.
Yeah, this is Honda. What are you doing? Sponsor me. All right, so we have the configuration that I want. We're also filming on my phone right now. There's just been a lot of back and forth. So I'm just grabbing this real quick. We've got the configuration pretty much set up. So what we're gonna be doing here, if we can focus, is vertical, horizontal, you know, main monitor, second, third, and then over here we have this little guy, which is like a monitor stand that will basically sit just like this on the thing and hold our monitor. So we'll technically have 4 screens again. Just all of them will be same, well, not same resolution, but like full-size screens. This is the 4K. That I think the Mac is a 4K, and then these are just 2 1080p monitors. But yeah, and then we'll have the Rodecaster Duo as our main audio source, and then that'll handle all of our Zoom, music, anything you can think of. Man, the cinematic mode on this on my iPhone, low-key kind of, it's the focus won't stay. Anyway, and then we have the mic arm right here. But yeah, so I'm gonna get this cleaned up and kind of get configurations of where I want everything at, and then we'll go from there.
All right, so it is now Tuesday. We had a bit of a hiccup getting the setup completely finished. Spoiler alert, it works great, by the way. I did use it for class last night. The hiccup we had was the Sony Nex camera that I got doesn't have a clean HDMI output. So that was a bit of an issue. I can go into more detail about that if anybody's curious, but for now, we'll just leave it at that. But the setup is done. Both setups are done. Like I said, this one worked great. It went super well. Let's go ahead and reveal it. So here she is. And it went fantastic. So, you know, we got 4K monitor, two 1080p monitors, and then really the only thing that's changed orientation-wise from when the gaming PC was over here was this. Obviously, the Mac is over here as a fourth monitor. It also just where, so technically, the M2 Max, there's something about they can't have more than 2 HDMI outputs, so 3 screens total, including the built-in display. But with the hub that I have, they figured out a way to make it to where you could have 3 monitors while having the Mac open, so a total of 4 monitors. It's something with like the functionality of screen mirroring. I have no idea how it's happening, but it works. It works seamlessly. But before, I used to have this basically the same setup at my old apartment, but I had the MacBook closed. I had a lot of connectivity issues with all 3 monitors, so I figured I'd just make it easy, set the laptop up as part of the actual orientation of the monitors, and that way it's also easy just to grab and go if I got to go somewhere. Over here, we have the Rodecaster Duo that is going to my Rode Pod mic, and then we have my chapstick, the Stream Deck, and then the new addition to the family, there we go, is this little guy right here. This is the Sony Alpha 6100. So basically just a couple of models behind this camera that I'm using to film, and it works great. Let me go ahead and show you. So up here I just have for demonstration, hit the lights. It also powers the camera. Just give it a second, it takes a minute to come on. The camera's on, and there we go. It's very overexposed because I'm setting for me, not the computer screens right now. But yeah, so basically instead of paying for lights that connect to the Stream Deck that are a couple $100, I pay half that price for these lights up here that I've had for years. They go to a Govee smart plug, and that Govee smart plug also controls the camera. So I can turn the camera on and off, turns my zoom lights on, and it looks great. You'll be seeing me use this a lot to record my short form content, like my intros on my TikToks and all that stuff. So stay tuned for that. And if anybody's interested in a full breakdown of this setup, all the pieces of tech I have in it, and the gaming setup that I'm about to show, let me know in the comments. Hit me up on social media somewhere, and I'd love to make a full video breakdown. So let's go ahead and talk about why I did this in the first place. You know, the gaming setup was over here. We had the streaming PC over here, and that's because, you know, for a long time I've been streaming, not for like views or anything, just having fun with friends, playing games. But obviously I don't have time to do that anymore. Class is my most important thing right now, learning. So I hadn't really been using the setup, so I really wanted to maximize my productivity and the space that I had available. And this desk is also a standing desk that wasn't being utilized because I didn't cable manage it in a way that the desk could actually stand up, and nobody stands up when they play games anyway. I don't care what you say. So basically my thought process was, I should use the gear that I have and what I can get to maximize my efficiency when producing content, and that's the whole purpose of this setting. So we have multiple monitors to make the workflow as seamless as possible. We have the good camera shooting in 4K as the webcam to record the highest quality video we can do. We have the highest quality audio we can with an audio interface and a microphone. And let me just preface this with saying you do not need all of this gear to shoot content. You could use your iPhone and a little $20 plug-in mic that you can get off of Amazon, and that will be just as good. I had 80% of this gear already, so why not use it? But yeah, I really just wanted to streamline my workflow because as of right now, when I'm shooting short form content, I have to pull the SD card, or I have to film it, pull the SD card out, plug it into my computer, switch it over, put the SD card back, drag it into Premiere, or not Premiere, DaVinci, and then now I can go into OBS, hit record, get good quality audio, good quality video, and I'm done. I don't have to do all that back and forth with the camera, and this camera is solely gonna live on this setup. Plus, it also doubles as a Zoom setup because I work from home, and then also, I have class. It works. It works. But let's go ahead and take a look at the gaming setup. And finally, we have the complete new gaming setup. I'm thrilled with how this looks, by the way. I don't know what it is. It's just, it feels so clean, and I almost like the way it looks better than this desk setup. But it's extremely simple. It's extremely clean. It's not my best cable management underneath. And part of me kind of wants to change the RGB lights to just a clean white, but then it kind of defeats the whole Ronnie's Rise build. But at the same time, I don't know. I kind of over the blue. I kind of want to do like the white just because it's cleaner. You can get like a clean black and white background. Right now, I kind of have this blue to match the RGB, but regardless, it works. And really just in terms of functionality real quick, we got a boom arm mic coming out right here that's running to this $40 audio interface that I found on Amazon. I've had this for a while. I just hadn't had an excuse to set it up. So it's setting up, and that's basically just gonna be our Discord and game microphone, everything we need. This setup hasn't gotten a lot of use in the last couple of weeks just because school is my top priority, but you know, on a Sunday or if the boys are gaming, I wanna hop on, chat, play something. It's ready to go, everything works, and it's extremely comfortable. Also, shout out to Megan's dad for actually building me this desktop. I've had this for a while, and it used to be on that desk over there, but when we moved here, I kind of wanted like a clean white desk setup, so it's been in the closet just because I hadn't had a space to use it. But then, you know, when this idea came to me the other night, I was like, you know, I kind of want more space, more desk real estate, and it was perfect. So it's very nice. It's solid wood. It's super heavy, but yeah, it's clean, and I'm really happy with both setups. So now I kind of want to address why the first episode of the bootcamp breakdown hasn't come out yet, because, you know, so Thursday night when I was filming, like working on my resume and everything, I didn't quite get it all finished. I didn't really get a chance to finish updating everything and, you know, making it look good. So, you know, Friday I was just planning on continuing that and finishing the resume so that way I could start applying for more jobs. But then Friday afternoon, I actually got a call from a job that I had applied for a couple of weeks ago and interviewed for, and I actually got a job. So I actually got my first tech job, and I couldn't be more excited. It's going to be a great opportunity. It's not a dev position, but that's okay because there's opportunity to move up, and I think that's kind of my goal, is to move up into a dev position, and potentially management is kind of what I'm looking towards. But it is a start. It allows me to get into tech, and I couldn't be more excited. So yeah, that's the reason the bootcamp breakdown didn't come out, is I got a job offer Friday, I accepted, and then I've been spending all this time trying to get everything ready because my first day is this coming Monday. And I'm gonna be a technical support specialist, and that's all I'm really gonna say right now because I don't know how much I cannot say. I didn't have to sign anything or anything like that, but you know, I don't want to get off on a bad foot before I even start. But the job is hybrid, so it is work from home part-time and then in office other times. And I'm really excited for the opportunity to get into tech, actually get my foot in the door, and see where it goes. So yeah, so that's really the big update that I kind of wanted to talk about and let the series know. Also, I wanted to say thank you to everybody on LinkedIn and other platforms who have reached out and congratulated me. I've reached out to a couple people personally asking for advice. So shout out to all those people and thank you so much. But with all that being said, I think that's going to be the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed the process of this room coming apart and then going back together. This episode's been all over the place, whiplash left and right. So if you did enjoy it, let me know in the comments, drop a like, hit hit the subscribe if you're not. I upload weekly. And then this week, the bootcamp breakdown will be coming out. And I think I'm going to change the series up a little bit. I've been workshopping it as we go. It's just, I've learned that trying to do something right the first time when it comes to content creation doesn't happen. You just have to start, don't think about it too much, and just trust the process. That's kind of what I'm doing in my approach with it. But I'm thinking the series, instead of being like a lead code, like me actually working on code, like a tutorial style, I think it's just going to be like a monthly episode where we just kind of break down that month of code, look at my project. You'll see what I mean, because basically the same format that I do in this video, the first one, but just repeating and not so frequently, so that way I don't have to stress about trying to get 2 episodes out a week. It can just be a monthly recap, and it kind of lets everybody know where I am in my journey. So I think we're making that change to the series. Hopefully everybody's okay with that. Hopefully you enjoyed the first episode this Friday, and I think that's all I have, so I think I'm going to cut it here. I want to thank everybody for watching. Check out the other episodes of the series. This has been episode 7. Thank you guys for all the support. Thanks for sticking with me. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.